to critique. They discuss their own failings and advantages. And more important, they discuss the techniques and the cars of their opponents. Out of these talks, a strategy is developed, one that will see them through the race. The Ferrari is the favored car in this race, and with good reason. They have probably won more Grand Prix races than any other car in the world.
1:41.9, credo che sarà in questa linea, quindi in seconda linea esattamente. Bonnier qui va molto bene, e la macchina...
I asked driver Phil Hill what his team talked about.
Well, in general, about all we talked about is how the other cars have gone in relation to our cars. And also, we've talked about what we think our own capabilities are. And we've had a few suggestions from the team manager as to what speeds we ought to try to do. Also, we talked about a few ailments that each one of our cars individually had. Tripp's car had one fault, mine had a few other things that were wrong with it, and well, all of them needed a few little things. And what we've done is tried to talk over all these things and try to ascertain what speed we might be able to go during the race. And that was about it.
English car.
This is the Porsche. Porsche has a long history in the manufacture of rear-engine sports cars. But this model is their very first attempt at a Formula One racing car.
Racing is right ahead of us right now, technically. That might be what we're trying to catch them.
I think the British cars are behind us.
The cars experienced some problems during the trial runs, and a great deal of interest centers about its performance during the race tomorrow. I asked Joachim Bonnier to tell us a little bit about the car.
Well, we've been discussing before the Grand Prix of Monaco, which is due to be held tomorrow, what we found out after practice today with our Porsches. We got a few new things on the cars, particularly the engine, and also the front suspension is brand new. The engine is now with fuel injection and it's been working very well indeed, much better than we hoped for. With the suspension, we had a bit of trouble today. We had shock absorbers a bit too loose or shuddering, but we hope to put it right for the race tomorrow. Also, for the future, we hope to be up with the Ferraris. That is engine-wise, they're definitely ahead of us right now. And chassis-wise, the English might be ahead of everybody. Obviously, they don't have the engines that the Ferraris have, and I think also our engine right now is slightly ahead of theirs. But very shortly, I hope we'll be able to beat them in the Grand Prix circuit.
Monaco has seen 18 Grand Prix races. This will be the 19th. A tradition of pomp and ceremony begins the day. The arrival of the mayor of Monaco means that the race is about ready to begin. There's a sense of anticipation in the crowd in these last few minutes before the race. Last-minute adjustments are made. The expected tensions of the drivers are hidden underneath a much too obvious calm. The last-minute check of the equipment. A last-minute look at the cars. Regulations create order out of confusion.
Un minuto e non parla, e la macchina non parla. Nessuno non deve partire, è lui che deve partire. Nessuno non deve partire. Che si può spingere dopo. No!
Drivers, will you please meet in front of Monsieur Chiron, the director of the race. Drivers, please come up. Monsieur le conducteurs, venez joindre. Monsieur Chiron,
Vamos, let's get this race going.
The drivers are called together for a last-minute briefing.
pour la première fois dans les annales des courses automobiles, c'est un ancien débat que cette délicate tâche est confiée. Je vais m'employer devant eux. Je compte sur vous. Je compte sur vous. Ensuite,
They are reminded what the different flags mean. They are warned about which corners have been made more dangerous by oil and rubber slicks laid down during the practice run.
vous connaissez le circuit réfini.
They are told again about the international rules and regulations governing the event.
Je vous demande de respecter les signaux qui vous sont faits et de montrer votre sportivité. Vous savez que toute voiture rejointe doit céder la place.
From the moment the drivers step into their cars, they leave behind their mechanics, their managers, their well-wishers. They have only themselves to rely on now. Themselves and the car.
Moving up to number 42, Maurice Trantignon, with the Serenissima Cooper Maserati, one of the old leaf spring Coopers with the new four-cylinder Maserati engine. Number 32, Cliff Allison, with the...
Each man knows the other, and yet the race is a lonely thing, an exciting thing, a purely personal thing, unexplainable to anyone except the man in the cockpit.
Unfortunately, Jimmy Clark had a sprain with his car after doing a tremendous lap in the first practice session, and tremendous efforts have been going on in the Lotus garage to rebuild it. They really have done a tremendous job, and there's no question about it. The in Tokyo, decided not to bring it out today, but to concentrate on getting it really ready so that it's a start with the real race tomorrow. And in this hour, similar car, they both come to you. And then the two teammates
Countdown starts. The flag drops. They're off, jockeying for position in the first 100 yards. At the first turn, Ginther in number 36 has the lead.